We really wanted a dog park, but when we came here and saw 2.5 acres of...
It's a giant dog park.
You know, it's a giant dog park. To have 6 dogs get along, they all have different personalities, but they all get along.
They're like entertainment. We don't watch TV or anything outside. We're out. We just sit and watch the dogs.
Entertain us.
They're pretty entertaining.
The pets having free range, and we just really clicked with the women. You know, being an all-women's community, there's a lot of past experiences that, you know, we have all had and share.
But no drama. You know, we all mesh really well. We have good conversations.
Hi, I'm Kim.
And I'm Trish. Welcome to our tiny house here at the Bird's Nest in Cumbie, Texas. We're both retired recently. Been living here for 7 months with our 2 dogs, Tuck and Cooper.
We purchased the house from tinyhouselistings.build, and it's a 10 by 28.
Here at the Bird's Nest, our lot rent is $450 per month. It includes the sewage, water. We are responsible for the electric and the Wi-Fi.
And this is our deck, which we had installed about a month ago. We're really enjoying it. I mean, we have our morning coffee out here, and we just sit here and chill.
Evening sunsets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some future plans to add skirting around both the tiny house and the deck. Come on in, let's go take a look at the inside.
Hi, welcome to the Dragonfly Cottage.
This house is a 280 square foot home. Behind me here is our living room / bedroom area. We opted to have the bedroom areas open concept and able to have a little bit bigger feel. We have 2 large dogs and we didn't want to feel like we were in a can. So this is actually a sleeper sofa, which we pull out at night for a bed. Originally, when we purchased a tiny home, we were actually looking to go a Murphy bed in order for this space. But 2 reasons we decided not to go with it is, 1, the mini split, and having less of a wall space. We wanted to actually have some type of walls to be able to decorate with our own personal items. So we opted to go for the sofa bed. It pulls out. We just don't have to hardly move anything in here except the dog beds at night. Slide over the chair, and we have our bedroom. The only downside that we find right now with the sofa bed is just being able to take it apart at night. It's fairly easy right now, but we're looking in the future when we're both a little older, how easy it would be to open. So eventually we probably might want to go with the type of trundle bed or a cabinet Murphy bed. When we originally moved in, we were concerned. I had a very large TV and surround sound in my home, so I was not going to downsize too much on the TV set. So we got a 55-inch TV. It might look a little big, but it's perfect for us. One of us crashes on the couch, watches TV. One of us is in the chair, and the dogs make themselves at home. They have adjusted quite easily to being in a smaller house. And we went with the white shiplap in here because we wanted to make sure that it didn't give us the closed-in feeling. With the light ceilings and the lighter floor, it makes it feel a lot bigger than it really is.
Do you like to lounge? I mean, really lounge? Then you'll love the FlexiSpot PowerLift XL6 recliner. It's amazingly comfortable, and thanks to its dual motors, you can enjoy independent control of the backrest and footrest. Adjust to find your ideal position and angle, including nearly flat. Take relaxation to a whole nother level with its massage and heating functions. Place the complimentary pillow under your legs for added support, which can significantly improve blood circulation and pain relief. For the elderly or anyone with limited mobility, this recliner has got your back. Go from sitting to standing with ease. Unlike others on the market, this bad boy can support up to 400 pounds. And the 3 larger sizes support up to 440 pounds. Similar lift chairs can cost up to $2 grand. But this one is affordably priced at around $500. And click the link below to check it out and use our exclusive code for an extra $50 off. Plus, don't miss out on FlexiSpot's brand day sale for up to 65% off.
Welcome to my kitchen. We have purchased an island made to go in the middle of the kitchen, but we just needed a little bit of extra storage space and some place to put our oven, which a lot of tiny homes have. It's very popular to have a portable oven versus a built-in oven with a cooktop. We have a cabinet here. It holds our dog food and items and Trish's KitchenAid mixer, and then other pantry items here. This works out really well. The drawers, I will say, the drawers are usually used for clothing. We downsized tremendously in our clothing. We gave 6 bags of clothing to the Goodwill. So everything that we have in here is something that we wear regularly. We do change out seasonally for our clothing. So we will take all the stuff out of here for summer and put it up there and then bring the winter down. So it works really well. That cabinet there, we purchased to hold our clothing also. Some people think, oh, you have your clothing in your kitchen, but when you have a tiny house, you have to be creative with your storage. And it works fine. It works well for us. We also have a stackable washer and dryer. The reason it's in the kitchen is because I will show you in a little bit, we extended our shower. On this side is our cabinets and countertop. We have plenty of countertop space. For us, it works out great. I don't like a lot of stuff on the counters. We do love to cook, so we try to keep this as open as possible. We have a big sink. A lot of people think that when they're in a tiny home, they need to have a tiny sink. Nothing could be further from the truth. This holds a whole dinner's worth of dishes, pots, and pans. Otherwise, it would be all over the counter. We have plenty of cabinet space. We have a cabinet for all of our baking. Underneath the sink is just basic cleaning supplies and the trash can. We love these are all soft close. I have a drawer for pots and pans, which I absolutely love because in my other house, you had to go climbing into the cabinet. This drawer down here, we use kind of as a pantry, as you can see. And also we keep our microwaves in here. On here, we have 3 burners. It's propane, and I mean, it works good. We've had some challenges with it, but nothing serious. It's just we had a much bigger stove in our home, so we just had to adjust to the smaller size. And then we have our storage here for all of our spices. I didn't want them in a cabinet. This way they're in alphabetical order, so they're very easy for me to find. And then we just keep our condiments and oils and whatnot in here. We wanted open shelving. I've always liked open shelving. We've had it in our other homes. And, we have 4 dishes, 4 bowls, 4 cups. That's all we have. And it's plenty, but I like it in an open area. It makes you be neater. To be honest, the kitchen is working really well. In our old home, we didn't have even this much counter space. So we have more counter space in a tiny home than we did in our regular home. So it works out really well.
Originally from Southern California?
I am originally from Chicago. I'm kind of a nomad, so I kind of moved around a lot, just trying to find myself and, figure out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. She and I have actually moved a few times. Being together, we've moved, 1, 2, 3 times.
3
this
times.
Is our 4th time. And I've moved 54 times. I really don't want to move again. Even though it's on wheels, and it's meant to be moved.
Pretty much you're going to bury me in the yard underneath my trailer. Well, we had started watching Zach and John on Tiny House Nation right when they started.
Oh, yeah.
The idea intrigued both of us, but when they said, oh, we're going to move into 100 square feet, it couldn't fathom us being in 100 square feet because we had a lot of stuff. But the longer we talked about it, we've been really talking about it for, 10 years or so?
About 10 years, yeah.
But we decided we wanted a life change. And in order to do that, for me, I needed to get rid of things. 62, you over the years acquire a lot of stuff. So I think the first thing we did is started thinning out things And then once I decided I wanted to retire, in January, we sat down and talked about it and decided if we're gonna do it, let's do it now. I met Robin here at the Bird's Nest, spent over an hour and a half or two on the phone. We decided, hey, let's go see if we really wanna do this. She offered us to come out and stay in what they have here as a travel trailer and meet everybody, because that's one of the requirements here on the community is you have to mesh with everybody. So we came out, spent 4 days, and loved it, loved the people. Texas was at that time, it wasn't too hot, so it was like, oh, we could probably do this.
It was like, it was April, and I'm like, oh, this weather is really nice. They were all like, just wait.
So we went back home and decided we're gonna pull the plug. When we initially came out here, we decided that, you know, the property being completely secured, it was a benefit for our pets to come out and be able to have free range. And one of the main things for me was pet friendly. Dogs all get along, and you know, we decided, well, first off, we're going from 1,100 square feet down to 280.
Yeah.
So we want to make it as easy on them, because they're our kids now, that we both have children and they're fully raised, that's our babies. Notice that our bathroom is a little bit bigger than most. Standard, this house came with a 36-inch shower, and we decided that we'd actually like a little bit larger of a shower, so we have a 48-inch shower in here. We keep a laundry basket in here for laundry sometimes, or we actually use the washer for daily clothes, so we know when it gets full, it's time to do laundry. Having the bathroom with a 48-inch shower accommodated only a very small area for what we would call our closet. And what we use this for is I actually installed a clothes pole. We have very few hanging clothes, so it worked out perfect. And then we also have the shoe hanger in here that we actually keep all of our shoes, as well as it's kind of a multi-purpose utility closet where we actually have our vacuums. Bathroom size is great. We opted for a regular flush toilet. It has a regular size vanity sink. Found this very cute little mirror here at Home Goods that fit perfectly in there because the wall space is kind of limited to what we have. We have different door storage, plenty of storage in here. We also have toilet paper rolls. We have them down here in the bottom. So it's perfect storage for what we need. We also have a small dresser. This is actually one of the pieces that we actually brought from Illinois. It is used as a storage unit for clothes. With the tiny house, like Kim mentioned, you have to be creative. So we have just the amount of clothes that we need to use on a daily basis, and they fit perfectly in our space. One of the things that we will probably do in the future is I have physical limitations, and we will probably actually change this out in case we get to be to where I need a wheelchair. It's currently a pocket door, a small pocket door. I know it would cut into some space, but there is availability to be able to widen this. And hence why we went with the larger shower as well, because you're able to be able to get in a wheelchair or at least have ADA compliant parts on the wall. So that'll work out perfect. Kim and I both have adjusted quite well, surprisingly, to the tinier space. But again, we didn't live in anything huge before. It was 600 square feet that we actually lived in out of our 1,100 square feet. So we've adjusted well. The dogs are phenomenal. I thought I would have more problems with the dogs being in their large size, but they just move around when we move around at night to make the beds for everybody, get everybody pottied out and treated up, and we're all good to go.
We had a huge garage sale and pretty much just sold everything. I don't miss anything that we had in a bigger home. I thought it was going to be a huge adjustment for me. I was raised very poor. We did not have much of anything. So all my life it was like more, better, more. And it just got tiring, emotionally tiring. You know, it was exhausting. So having this and having more of a minimal lifestyle, I think it's been really good for me.
The house was originally, I do believe, $69,000 with all the standard features. And there was, like I say, well, there's some things I didn't want all to go all electric. I didn't want to go all propane. So we have propane water heater that we upgraded to on demand, and a stove. We upgraded our mini splits. They offered at 12,000 BTU. And being in Texas where it can be quite warm and humid, we decided to do the upgrade to the 18,000 BTU. Other than that, but the final price on that was $76,000. And we were able to come out at way ahead on our home, so we're able to pay cash. So all we have here is our lot rent, which, you know, that includes your water, your sewage. We pay the electrical and Wi-Fi. So that's really our own our car. It's what it is, and be able to save some money.
When we were in our house, it was like, oh, we gotta buy this. Oh, we have to buy this. Oh, we need to fix this.
Yeah, we're the owners. We have to,
if
something breaks, we have to fix it.
You know, well, we still have to do that here.
Well, we do, but it being a new build, the fixes are more of what we want to do. Things that we want to change. Projects, yeah, exactly.
But we were always doing something in our other home and, you know, just constantly putting money into it. And we don't really have to do that here. You know, it has everything we want, everything we need. The rest of it is just cosmetics, you know, and Robin is kind enough to allow us to do whatever we want here. We can landscape, which we've started doing, and we have a lot more plans to do that. We're really into gardening and landscaping, so
that's our retirement time.
Yeah,
we've
that's
been
what
able
we're
to go out and play in the gardens.
Yep, get your hands dirty.
Calendars, we have like meetings kind of weekly that we decide, hey, where's things in Texas that we all want to do together.
Right, and we put it on the calendar, and for those who want to join in,
yeah,
cool.
So it's just being able to spend social time and travel. We want to see some of Texas. I want to go to the Alamo. And another big draw, and I didn't mention it earlier, is we have people that watch our dogs. If we want to go to Waco, Texas, and we want to do a day trip and turns into a night, everybody knows everybody's stuff, where everything is in the house. The dogs relate to everyone in general.
They know the dogs.
So we have, you know, in-house boarding basically. And we do the same for the other campers out here. You know, Robin went to Mexico and we babysat her dog. So it's that too was a big draw, and the fact that we can actually do stuff now. So you don't have to, we're not house poor, basically.
Thanks for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian, and this is our DIY tiny house on our homestead in Oregon.
Looking for more tiny inspiration? Watch these videos. But if you're looking for something specific, visit our channel homepage to browse tiny homes by category.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Hope to see you soon.